Hi, good morning. This is Theodore, the 8th grade ambassador. Today I will talk about museums. Did you know that the Louvre in Paris, France is the world's largest museum by size and the most visited museum in the world? And the top four largest museums are the State Heritage Museum in St. Petersburg, the National Museum of China in Beijing, while the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York City came in last. I encourage you to visit a museum near you because museums offer a variety of benefits, including learning, critical thinking skills, creativity, family bonding, and social life. I like to visit museums all the time because I enjoyed so much that I went last Labor Day weekend to the Indianapolis War Memorial and Museum. I really encourage you all to visit a museum near you. It's a great way to teach you about history, culture, and the environment. Thank you all for listening and have a blessed weekend. Bye!
Hello everybody, welcome back to my show, because it's my show. It's Sophomore Student Ambassador Davis Caraballo, back with your Friday school announcements. Let's get the announcements out the way. Monday, September 16th is an asynchronous day. If you're not familiar with what that is, you just go to homeroom, you go to first hour, and then you enter your daily attendance questions in all of your course shells. You don't go to class other than homeroom and first hour, and then you just do your work and your attendance check-ins that your teacher will let you know what it is, and when I do know, I will let you guys know. It's not next Monday, the Monday after. Also, Monday, September 16th is open house. So this is an in-person event, and it starts at 4:30. That is a hard start time. They will start at 4:30. It's an event for students and parents, and you guys will meet in the cafeteria for the opening presentation. At 5 o'clock, all students and parents will break into stations, or they will go to tables set up for student support. At 5 o'clock as well, all senior students and then their parents need to attend the session with Miss Bell on your FAFSA. So use the free application for federal student aid. So that is what FAFSA stands for, if you didn't know. So that way, if you use the free application for federal student aid, you can learn if you're eligible for grants, scholarships, work study programs, and loans for college. It's just like a checker, I guess, to see if you're applicable for certain things. So seniors, you have to make sure that you are looking at all the deadlines for file paperwork for FAFSA, and college applications. So you need to be very mindful. You have to be very classy, very demure about it. Please be mindful of tracking those deadlines, because otherwise you might have to wait until 2025 to start your college year, and that won't be fun for nobody. Okay. So there's also going to be, while seniors are doing that, other tables are Chromebook pickup if you haven't got one yet, Chromebook repairs if you've broken yours, math workbook pickup in case, I don't know, you have a math class. I'm not sure which grades have math workbooks. However, I'll try to get a list. And or, of course, you can meet Mrs. Quinn, which is our new school counselor. If you don't know her already, I know some people don't know her. I know her. I got to interview her last year. Very, very fun. She's like, if you don't know her, do go up to her. She's the sweetest person. She seems like she gives grandma vibes who will bake you cookies in the best way. I'm like, she's so beyond sweet. It's not funny. She's very funny, very sweet. Love her. Yeah, so that's all the announcements I have for y'all. But to the fun stuff. Last week I told you guys that I interviewed a woman in politics, and the very fun thing about that was that it was a very difficult thing to do. So, but when I tell you guys, I filled out the request and everything, and The woman in politics that I interviewed was Mayor Linda Gordon, Lexington Mayor. They were like, nope, not that day. She's busy. And I was like, okay, what about another day? They were like, okay, ask for another one. You say. And I was like, okay, yeah, sure. Whatever, yeah, sure. So I put another date. They were like, nope. And I was like, okay, sure. And they were like, put another one. And I was like, okay, well, what about this and this time? And I asked for an hour, mind you. And they go, that one doesn't work. Do you have anything other? Any other available dates? I was like, you know what? I'm available Monday through Friday, 8 o'clock in the morning, all the way to 5 o'clock. So you just give me a day and I'll be there. Because I was Jewel. Mind you, I sent that email in October, maybe November. Just saying 15th. Whatever. I believe it was May 15th. I didn't hear back from them until April. And they offered me, it was May 15th. That day I was like, yeah, sure, why not? I tell Miss Steven, she's like, ha. So there's KSA testing in the building. The rule is that you cannot be in the building unless you are taking a test or you are proctoring a test. So I was like, okay, crap, what do I do now? And then we're like, you know what, we can just ask to do it at the mayor's office, which we did. I went to check my family calendar and it was booked. We were booked. I had a lunch meeting, my mother had an appointment, then Rispa was taking KSA at school, so my sister was taking KSA at school, and then she also had her permit test. And I had a lunch meeting. So I was like, you know what, very busy day, but we're gonna make it work. This is the mayor. Okay. So we did it, and mind you, I asked for an hour. About like maybe around attempt number 2 to schedule, they were like, well, we can't give you an hour. We can give you 10 minutes. I was like, sure. A mayor, very busy woman. Absolutely, sure. But Mayor Gorton was so beyond nice. I'm telling you, she spent the original time of our meeting. So they gave us 10 minutes. She spent 15 minutes just talking to me prior to the cameras even started rolling. She was like, I assume the interview is going to be all about me, so I want to get to know you. She asked me questions about me personally, about the school, about the projects, about the program, about the podcast. She asked so many very kind and very nice questions. It was so beyond fun, and it was an honor to be able to interview her, and I'm working on some very other things. So yeah, that is all I have for you guys this week. I will see you guys next week. I hope that you guys enjoyed the podcast, and I will see you guys next week with another episode. Bye! Hello everybody and welcome back to Ambassador Academy. The podcast that we're doing, I'm here with a very special guest, Mayor Gorton. Here, she's the Lexington mayor, and we're just gonna ask her some questions, get to know a little bit more about her passions, about her advocacies, and that way, we can all learn a little bit more about, maybe we can find a benefit in learning about this, and this way we can find a new path in life. So what is your favorite part of your job?
Oh, what is my favorite part of my job? First of all, thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for
honored.
being here.
Working with people to find solutions to their issues. I would say that's kind of it in a nutshell. And I got interested in political office because of my work as a registered nurse. And nursing is all about people. And, our city's like one big patient, right? We have signs of wellness, and we have signs where it's not as well, and we need to do more work. So I am totally focused on people and serving people.
If you would enlighten us, please. And could you please share the process of becoming the Lexington mayor? Because we're a little different. So
yes.
If you could please, shed some light on that.
We are a little different here in Lexington. Our charter, which is our kind of local constitution for officers, elected officials, says that we must be nonpartisan. We cannot run on a ticket, Republican, Democrat, Independent, anything like that. We are all nonpartisan, and I take that very seriously. I represent everyone. And so actually, I think it's the best thing for local government because, for example, potholes are not Republican or Democrat, right? Picking up the trash is not Republican or Democrat. And we serve people. So we serve all people. So, I ran as a nonpartisan candidate. The first time I ran as mayor, there were, I believe, 9 of us because the previous mayor was not running again, so it was an open seat. And I really like the nonpartisan service because nothing we do in local government reflects Republican or Democratic.
So you won your first mayoral election with 63% of the vote, and the second time you won with 71% of the vote. Now, do you think that your accomplishments during your first term definitely attributed to the rise in percentage of voters in your second run?
Mm-hmm. I do think that my service in the first term influenced people in their vote. The first term, I led through the pandemic. I led through an economy that was wildly unpredictable. And we had, of course, the racial protest and racial justice issues. And our government stayed steady. And I tend to lead with a common sense approach and a steady hand. That's the nurse in me. So I do think that influenced people. They now knew what I was like as a leader.